What if the 5 minutes you spend cleaning your horse's hooves could be the difference between a sound horse and a lame one? Most horse owners think hoof cleaning is simple. Pick out the dirt. Done. Move on. They're wrong. And that casual approach, that 2-minute rush job most of us are taught, is quietly destroying hooves from the inside out. Because here's what the science actually says. The hoof is not just a foot. It is a living, breathing biological pump. And what you do, or don't do, every single day, determines whether that pump keeps working. The difference between a horse with healthy hooves and a horse heading toward lameness often comes down to one daily habit done right, or done carelessly. And today, we're going to show you exactly how to do it right. In the next 12 minutes, you're going to learn 5 things that will permanently change the way you approach your horse's feet. You'll discover what the hoof is actually doing with every step, and why that makes daily cleaning so much more critical than anyone told you. You'll learn the exact technique most owners skip, and why skipping it opens the door to infections that can cripple a horse within weeks. You'll find out what to look for while you clean that could save your horse from conditions that farriers call silent lameness killers. You'll understand why the tools you use and the order you use them matter more than you think. And at the very end, we'll give you a daily hoof care framework so simple and so effective that once you use it, you'll never rush through a pickout again. Stay with us until the end, because point 5 contains one thing almost no beginner is ever taught, but every experienced horse person knows this is horse truth, and healthy hooves start here. Number 1, hoof is a living pump. Why cleaning is science? Not sure. Here's something almost nobody tells new horse owners. Your horse's hoof is not a solid block of keratin. It is a dynamic, living structure that performs a biological function with every single step. Researchers at the British Horse Society and equine anatomy specialists at Mad Barn have documented the extraordinary complexity of the equine hoof capsule. The structure includes the hard outer hoof wall, the concave sole that absorbs ground impact, the white line where wall meets sole, the sensitive laminae, and at the center, the frog. The frog is where most owners focus their cleaning efforts. And for good reason. This V-shaped, elastic structure sitting in the middle of the hoof's underside does something remarkable. With every step your horse takes, the frog makes contact with the ground, compresses under the horse's weight, and acts as a mechanical pump, pushing venous blood back up through the lower leg toward the heart. Think about that for a moment. Your horse's hoof is helping circulate blood through its own body. Every step, every stride, thousands of times a day. Researchers at the University of Minnesota Extension have confirmed that daily hoof care is directly tied to the proper function of this circulatory mechanism. When hooves are packed with manure, wet bedding, and compacted dirt, the frog cannot contact the ground properly. The pump fails, blood pooling in the lower leg increases, and the internal environment of the hoof becomes a warm, oxygen-poor, moist trap. Exactly the environment that bacteria and fungi thrive in. This isn't just about cleanliness. This is about keeping a biological system functioning the way 50 million years of evolution designed it to function. And yet, most people spend less time cleaning their horse's hooves than they spend making their morning coffee. Number 2, thrush, the silent destroyer hiding in the frog. Here's a question that stops most horse owners cold. If your horse's hoof smells faintly bad when you clean it, when was the last time you paid attention to that smell? Because that smell has a name, and that name is thrush. Thrush is a bacterial infection caused primarily by Fusobacterium necrophorum, an anaerobic bacteria that thrives in exactly the conditions most horse hooves experience every day. Research published in the Merck Veterinary Manual 2024 edition confirms that thrush is among the most common hoof conditions affecting domestic horses worldwide, and that its primary driver is not poor genetics or bad luck. It is poor daily hoof hygiene. The bacteria attack the soft tissue of the frog and the sulci, the grooves that run alongside and through the frog. In early stages, you'll notice a dark, blackish discharge and a distinctly foul odor when you clean. The tissue may look slightly soft or crumbly where it should be firm. Most owners smell it, and then do nothing, because the horse isn't limping yet. That is the most dangerous window, because if thrush is left untreated, it progresses. The bacteria eat deeper into the frog tissue. The central sulcus, the groove running up the middle of the frog, can become a deep, infected crevice. And at that stage, the horse begins to feel pain when weight is placed on the heel. Sensitivity appears during cleaning. And then the lameness arrives. Research from equine hoof care specialists cited in Equestrian Direct's hoof anatomy guides, confirms that severe, untreated thrush can cause complete loss of structural integrity in the back of the hoof, leading to chronic lameness that requires months of veterinary management to resolve. The treatment window when thrush is caught early, 3 to 10 days of proper cleaning and topical treatment. The treatment window when it's caught late, months, and sometimes permanent damage. The single most powerful thrush prevention tool costs less than $5. It is a hoof pick, used daily, every single day, but knowing how to use it and in what order is what most owners get completely wrong. And what happens when you miss the white line is even more alarming than thrush. That's what comes next. Before we go further, if this is making you look at your horse's feet differently, take 1 second and hit like. And subscribe if you haven't yet. Not for the numbers, for your horse, because this channel exists to give horses a voice through science, and your support keeps that mission alive. Now, back to the white line. Point number 3, white line, the enviable threat most owners never see coming here is what makes white line disease so dangerous. In its early stages, your horse feels nothing, shows nothing, stands perfectly, moves perfectly, and the infection is already eating your horse's hoof from the inside. The white line is the junction where the hoof wall meets the sole on the underside of the foot. It is named for the pale strip visible when you look at a properly cleaned hoof bottom. Under healthy conditions, it acts as a sealed barrier, holding the hoof wall to the sensitive inner structures and keeping bacteria and fungi out. When it breaks down, through excessive moisture, poor hoof balance, small cracks, or inadequate cleaning, fungal and bacterial organisms invade the white line and begin separating the hoof wall from the inner tissues. They create hollow pockets of dead, crumbly material between the layers. U.S. equestrian hoof specialists have documented cases where the infection traveled upward through the hoof wall, sometimes an inch or two, before the owner ever noticed anything was wrong. In severe cases, the separation is detected only when a horse abscesses, and the abscess erupts at the coronary band. Veterinary researchers at UC Davis have noted that white line disease can progress in horses appearing completely normal at walk and trot, only revealing itself during a farrier appointment or routine radiograph. The terrifying part, it can start from something as small as a tiny crack at the toe, an old abscess site, an area of the hoof wall that dried out unevenly between seasons. The protective factor, the one thing that catches white line disease before it becomes a crisis, is a thorough, systematic cleaning of the hoof bottom every single day. When you clean properly, you see the white line. You see if it looks chalky, crumbly, or wider than it should be. You notice the small abnormalities before they become large ones. Field studies cited by equine care researchers at Equine Cares confirm that barns implementing daily hoof cleaning checklists experience significantly reduced recurrence of both thrush and white line disease compared to barns with inconsistent care. The cleaning is the diagnostic, every single day, but all of this depends on getting the technique right. And the technique has an order, a specific sequence, that most horse owners have never been taught. That's exactly what we need to cover next, and once you learn it, you will never do it any other way. Point 4. Correct technique, step by step. The way it should be done. Let's talk about how to actually clean a hoof. Properly, completely, and in the right order. Step 1. Positioning. Approach your horse calmly from the shoulder. Run your hand down the leg from the knee or hock toward the fetlock. Apply gentle, steady pressure at the back of the fetlock. A well-handled horse will lift the foot. Hold the hoof in a relaxed, natural position, not twisted or cranked sideways. Your horse should be comfortable. If they're not, the cleaning will be rushed and incomplete. Step 2. The pick. Start at the heel and work toward the toe, never toward yourself. Use the pointed end of the hoof pick to clear the collateral grooves on either side of the frog first. These are the channels that trap the most packed material. Work methodically. Don't stab. Use a firm, deliberate scraping motion. Then clean the central sulcus, the groove running up the middle of the frog. This is the area most likely to hide early thrush. Look for dark discoloration, soft tissue, or any odor. Note it. Do not ignore it. Clean the sole, the area inside the white line. Remove all packed dirt, manure, and debris. You should be able to see the sole clearly when you're finished. Then inspect the white line itself. It should appear as a narrow, consistent, pale stripe. Any chalky, crumbly, or widened sections need to be noted and shown to your farrier. Check the frog. It should be firm, rubbery, and intact. A healthy frog is wide and substantial. A frog that is shrunken, deeply grooved, soft, or foul-smelling needs attention. Step 3. The brush. Use the stiff brush end of your hoof pick tool, or a dedicated hoof brush, to sweep away loose debris from the entire solar surface. This final step is what most owners skip, but it allows you to actually see the hoof clearly, not just feel your way through packed dirt. University of Minnesota Extension researchers emphasize that the visual inspection during cleaning is not secondary to the cleaning itself. It is the point. You are not just removing debris, you are examining a living structure for early signs of disease. Step 4. Put the foot down gently. Do not drop it. Lower it slowly, helping your horse place it back on the ground. This small act of care builds trust and keeps your horse willing for tomorrow's cleaning. 4 hooves. Every day. It takes 8 minutes when done properly. It takes a lifetime of lameness problems when done carelessly. But there's one final piece that ties all of this together, and it has to do with what you should never ignore at the end of every single cleaning session. Stay with us, because this last point is the one that separates good horse owners from great ones. Number 5. The daily inspection. Framework. What to look for every single time here is the mindset shift that changes everything. Hoof cleaning is not maintenance, it is monitoring. Every time you pick up your horse's foot, you have a diagnostic window that no vet appointment, no farrier visit, and no paddock observation can replicate. Because you are the person who is there every day. Veterinary lameness prevention research published in Vet Times confirms that severe hoof pathology almost never develops suddenly. It develops through accumulated, progressive change. And the horse owner who is cleaning daily is the only person positioned to catch those changes early enough to matter. So here is what you look for at every single cleaning session. Temperature. Run your hand down the lower leg and over the hoof wall before you pick up the foot. Increased warmth in one hoof compared to the others is one of the earliest signs of inflammation, developing laminitis or abscess formation. Your hands are the thermometer. Use them. Smell. The moment you begin cleaning the frog and sulci, you will know. A healthy hoof has a neutral, earthy smell. The moment you detect any foul, sharp, or ammonia-like odor, you are smelling early thrush. Note it. Begin treatment that day. Visual consistency. Does the hoof look the same as yesterday? Same frog size and firmness? Same white line appearance? Same sole color and texture? Changes between days are your signal. A hoof that looked normal yesterday and has new dark spots today, that is information. Treat it as information. Any sensitivity. A horse that is normally cooperative about hoof cleaning, but suddenly pulls away, shifts weight, or flinches when you press around the frog or sole is communicating pain. Do not dismiss it. Note which hoof. Note where the sensitivity is. Call your farrier. Researchers studying lameness associations at the Royal Veterinary College, London, have documented that the horses with the best long-term soundness records are not necessarily the ones with the best genetics or the best nutrition. They are the ones whose owners catch problems early, because they are present, attentive, and consistent. Daily hoof care is not a chore. It is a conversation. Your horse is speaking to you through their feet every single day. And the owner who listens, who looks, who notices, that owner is giving their horse the greatest possible gift. Farrier care every 4 to 6 weeks, as recommended by equine veterinary researchers at the University of Minnesota and confirmed by lameness specialists worldwide, provides the professional maintenance your horse needs. But between every farrier visit, it is you, your eyes, your hands, your 5 minutes of daily attention. That is what soundness is built from. There is a saying among farriers that has stayed with me. A horse's hoof will tell you its whole story if you give it your attention every single day. Every thrush infection that ever crippled a horse started as a smell someone ignored. Every white line crisis that cost an owner thousands in veterinary bills started as a small, chalky crumble someone didn't notice. Every abscess that exploded at the coronary band after weeks of silent pain started in a hoof that wasn't being truly seen. You don't need perfect technique to change your horse's life. You need consistency. 8 minutes. 4 hooves. Every day. Not because your trainer told you to. Not because it's on a checklist somewhere. But because when you kneel down beside your horse and take that foot in your hands, you are the only one who can see what you're seeing at that moment. You are your horse's first line of defense, their earliest warning system, their daily advocate. So tomorrow morning, Before the saddle goes on, before the feed goes in, pick up those feet. Look, smell, feel, compare, notice. Not because something is wrong, but because that daily attention is what keeps something from ever going wrong in the first place. That is what great horse ownership looks like. Not grand gestures, not expensive supplements. 5 minutes of honest, daily attention. Your horse is standing there right now. Their feet carrying the full weight of their body, trusting that you will care for the foundation they stand on. Go give them that care. And if this video helped you see your horse's hooves differently, share it with someone who needs it. Because somewhere out there, a horse is developing thrush in a stable where no one has thought to look, and their owner just needs someone to show them how.